Hello, happy hump day. How is everybody? It is happy Leo season and happy Mercury direct, right? So let's see. That's what I'm doing. Wednesdays are always the next 48 hours. Just kind of doing a quick. There's no Aries through Pisces in this one. It's just you, and I will pull a card for how others show up. So that can be the person that is on your mind. All right. So that is how I am rolling today. Rolling. Good morning. And Cancer now passes the torch to Leo. And hello, Lori. Hello, Angel. What's up? Hello, the girl. Hello, Bernadette. Lisa, what's up? I love you guys always here before the show starts. And thank you for participating. All right. So let me fix this and let's get going. No, that's not what I wanted. Mercury's going direct, but I will say that I've still been dealing with, and we have the post shadow too, so it's not going to be completely cleared up, but I'm having a lot of technical difficulties with the software that I use. And so please be mindful that I've been doing this a long time. There's just nothing I can do. There's stuff that happens and glitches that happen and technical difficulties, but I hear you when you call them out and it brings it to awareness and I double check it. But right now, I really have had some really crazy stuff happen with technology. All right, so banners, let's get going. All right. The next 48 hours, what's the energy around the next 48 hours for Aries? The next 48 hours for Aries, what's the energy, challenge, and how others may be showing up? And you have the Empress here at the bottom of the deck. So, something good. Let's see, let's call in some abundance for Aries. And, things just happen to grow. Maybe something forming, manifesting that provides for you, gives you what you need, all right? The energy is the four. There it is, the Four of Pentacles. Maybe some of you feeling crunched, feeling like, it's just sometimes it can get overwhelming. It's like, I have so much I've got to do, maybe, resources, maybe feeling a little fearful. Some of you, around money, around letting go, or just letting go of a situation, because the Four of Pentacles, something's striking up your fear. What's your biggest challenge? The Eight of Cups. Maybe somebody is pulling their energy away from you, right? And this could be a moment of trust for you the next 48 hours. The Empress card, focusing on yourself, focusing on leaning back, not chasing. This is not going to be, this is let others come to you. It might be hard for you to let go. Your biggest challenge is going to be thinking somebody is pulling their energy, somebody is moving away. You may feel like somebody doesn't have feelings for you, and maybe so, it could be possibly, but this is a very important time for you to focus on you and your values and not chasing. All right, so anything good to watch for, and I'm seeing the Knight of Cups, so I am seeing somebody showing up with some feelings, maybe some messages, maybe something will turn around for you with the person. I got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy with somebody. So there is romance showing up. Maybe some of you needing to loosen the grip a little bit on some of your worries in the next 48 hours, because it does look like you have, whether it doesn't matter who it is, but let's see how others may be showing up. Look at the Queen of Wands. So somebody really feeling pulled towards you and somebody very attracted to you. So I would not mistaken somebody pulling their energy away from you as somebody not interested in you. All right. So these energies can be, a little bit confusing at times, and this is where we're building trust. Somebody wants to take action towards you. Somebody is, wanting to initiate and have fun, and somebody is feeling a pull towards you. So, maybe God's asking you to have a little faith in yourself and don't underestimate the situation that you're currently dealing with. Right. Any other advice for my Aries? And I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles. You are about to see a doorway open up and an opportunity to really feel like something is starting. There is a new opportunity that's trying to start this the next 48 hours for you. And maybe for some of you, this is you put in more focus on your work, career, job, money, finances, because that seems to be for some of you what's really stressing you out. And when you get overwhelmed with life circumstances, when somebody else is pulling away from you, it kind of feels like when it rains, it pours. And you may focus on this because you don't want to, you're just living in this fear energy. And it's not your life. What's going on in your life is not a representation of what's going on in the relationship. All right, somebody could be just naturally doing their own thing or avoiding the situation because they're not sure what they want yet. But it doesn't mean that they're not into you, because we see possibility of a date or a conversation around feelings being initiated. Aries, I love you. Yes. All right. Taurus. Let's see. 7. Sorry, my lovely arm there. All right, Taurus. Next 48 hours. What's the energy around Taurus for the next 48 hours? Taurus needs to hear the energy around Taurus. All right. Knight of Pentacles, grinding. All right. Just kind of working and getting things and showing up and doing things. And, this is every day, fixing things up, organizing and just getting things in gear. This is your energy. All right. So it looks like things could be kind of the same, nothing really changing except, you just got to show up. But I don't know. Let's see. I haven't pulled your cards yet. All right, you got the Knight of Cups too here. So maybe bringing some love into the situation. You could get a surprise romantic phone call, or somebody here who you're questioning has feelings for you. There's definitely a pull towards you. Somebody could try and charm you, or just showing up a little bit more vulnerable. What's your biggest challenge? All right, the 9 of Swords, questioning everything, panicking, having anxiety over what's going on. Again, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe you're overanalyzing a situation, you're overwhelmed. Maybe a person's working their butt off, their booty off, and you're thinking something's wrong. All right. That's the challenge for you, is the 9 of Swords. You may have the urge to, call somebody, text somebody, check up on somebody, search for validation that everything's okay. And because you're not comfortable with something slowing down, or things seem boring, things seem normal, right? But if you've been dealing with somebody who is not always consistent, quiet could be painful. Quiet could feel unsafe. But I am seeing somebody come towards you as well. So now we do have Mercury going direct. So this is what I'm picking up with Aries and Taurus so far right now is, maybe you're going to start seeing the energy flow more. You're going to start feeling like somebody's being a little bit more open with their feelings. All right. So how others may be showing up for you also. And I'm seeing the Star card exactly the way you want them to. Everything kind of turning out in this way, this place. It's teaching you to trust. It's teaching you to trust if you're connecting with somebody. If you can't trust them, why are you wasting, so much time? Unless, of course, it's somebody that you are involved with for a long time and it's a serious relationship. But I think you're being tested to have some trust and faith in a situation. Because somebody's very attracted to you. Somebody's feeling very pulled to you. People in general are feeling very pulled towards you. Maybe you're uncomfortable with it. It feels a little uncomfortable to have so much attention on you right now. All right. Anything fun, good. And I see a 2 of Cups. I see a very lovely conversation. 2 hearts kind of on the same page, opening up. Your relationships are actually getting deeper. And maybe your person is feeling more confident and safer with you. So they're not always checking up. They're not always having to be, there. They're feeling more comfortable with you. So this feels like a huge shift in a relationship where, it's growing for you. Things are coming together in a conversation here. Maybe that conversation that you're panicking about finally coming in. Any advice for my Tauruses? I think I already gave it to you. The 9 of Cups. You got to know, and you got a gift here. You got the 9 of Cups, which is something you've really been wanting and thinking about is coming through for you, and you deserve this. All right. So I just feel like this is going to be something that makes you feel pretty happy. So let's manifest some good surprise, some good gift, and a happy outcome to your situation in the next 48 hours. All right. Liking it so far. Pull that away. Let's see, Gemini. All right. Gemini. All right, let's get a good shuffle. I'm going to shuffle here pretty good for Gemini. So give me some seconds here, guys. All right, Gemini. The next 48 hours for Gemini. What's the energy? Challenge, how others showing up. All right, you have the 3 of Pentacles, all right? So help could be on the way. All right, getting some support, financial support, counseling, help, talking something out, getting help from your person. I don't know. You guys seem to be wanting to hang out around each other. So you could be working with somebody, or somebody is just wanting to work on something with you. That's a great energy. It's like, we got this. It's all coming together. Now your energy, the 6 of Pentacles, so you got some money, finances, somebody paying back a debt, figuring out a bill, figuring out a strategy that works. Maybe noticing that things are easing up, something that may have felt like it was going to cost more, or it could turn out to be better for you. It might, maybe some discounts coming in, but also I'm seeing, feeling very given and nurturing. So you may be feeling in a very good energy to just want to help others, right? Maybe you're being of help to other people, somebody coming to you with their problems, and you can give some time and effort. This can be a gift where you've been given, somebody finally giving back as well. So, maybe feeling like somebody's putting in the effort and somebody sees you. All right, so let's see any challenges if you have any. And I see the 10 of Swords. All right, so there could be for some of you letting go of the panic of thinking something is totally so difficult that it's going to end. It feels like you think it's like the sky is falling, right? Or a problem you're having. It seems like the challenge for you is thinking that something, you immediately run to the outcome that it's the worst case scenario, it's going to end. It's a panic. This is your energy, the Ten of Swords. It's like, when you have a problem or something comes up and it's difficult, some of you may just panic and think it's the worst thing that could possibly happen, but I'm seeing that it's not. So you're expecting the worst, you're expecting something to completely not happen. Or, some of you just maybe some feelings, maybe you are dealing with something that has ended and you're having a hard time moving on from the situation. All right. So this is saying this could be a good time here to really ask for support, maybe look for support. Some of you may be kind of going, maybe therapy sounds good. Hey, mine's on speed dial right now, right? Especially if you're dealing with a really bad breakup. All right. Now, how others are showing up and anything good happen in the next 2 days, I see the 10 of Wands. All right. I feel like other people see that you're having a hard time. You could have some people here really trying to support you, really trying to help you get by with the situation. So rely on your friends in the next couple days is what I'm getting for support. People may be seeing that you're carrying a lot and trying to show up for you. Now, if you are having a difficult time, it feels like somebody's coming in to help you out. That's the bottom line. Now, anything else good for you? I see the World card. So there is conclusion to some major issue that you are currently dealing with. Now, it feels financial. It feels like heavy burdens. It feels like, you're taking care of a lot of things yourself. And this is where you are seeing a completion to something that's very difficult that's been weighing on you. Any advice for you? I'm seeing the Judgment card. All right, so I am feeling like, I just heard Gemini, like I learned my lesson with that one. I'm going to make better choices next time, or change my route, change my tune. But your life is about to turn in a new direction. That is for sure. And you have fire energy coming in. So Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, if you are dealing with somebody. We're talking about wires and stuff. I was just talking to that about my son, about the phone. With ChatGPT and AI, now they're saying, be careful what you're saying because it can come back to bite you in the ass later on. They can use anything they want in the court. So it's like, here's the thing. They have everything, anything they want, they're going to get it, or they're going to make it up and make it fake anyways. And if we were ever going to be protected, it would have started back in the 80s before we started, stopped shredding paper and everything. And when we went into electronics, it was over. Everybody's got our information. You can't go back. The first time we had MySpace, Facebook, all that information, everything's out there. They're going to get you. They're going to find you. There could be plugs in, your water. Cameras in your sink. Who knows, right? All right. Cancer. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Next 48 hours. Let's see the energy, what I'm picking up on, the challenge, how others are showing up, and some good stuff. All right, you have the Seven of Wands here. So maybe you are feeling a little bit pressure to say something or pressure, just to get stuff done. It could be, just one of those next 48 hours where like you're being nudged to really get some stuff done. A lot of energy, a lot of fire energy. And it is saying protect yourself, defend yourself though. So if you are exhausted or feeling tired, this is a card where you might end up pushing yourself or feel like you're doing more than you need to do. All right. Come on, my fingers are so dry. Let's see. Page of Swords. Watch out for communication. And two things. Saying what you need to say in a grounded way and not holding back. Not holding back, but you could have a conversation where you just feel like you're not being completely understood or seen or heard. And it also feels like maybe you could be holding back just so that you can avoid any kind of confrontation, right? So there is communication. That's going to be the biggest thing. And then let's see what the challenge is. The Nine of Pentacles. All right. There could be something around your finances, money, work coming in that really stresses you out. You may get asked to work overtime. And it looks as though, are you taking on too much? All right. Because that's the challenge. It looks like you may need to, maybe you want to, maybe you're used to working, you're very independent, but there is this saying no. I feel like Cancer needs to say no if it's possible. Unless, of course, you're, you need to, but you don't, and it's the opposite of that. Like, you need money, you need to work. It's time. Now, if this is a love situation, the problem is you may be dealing with somebody who likes their space, who is spending quality time alone, and that could frustrate you, or that could tend to aggravate you. So be mindful of a conversation that could trigger you. All right. How others are showing up, the High Priestess. So it seems like other people are kind of being quiet to you, and it's hard for you to read them, right? Or somebody has gone quiet, or just being mysterious, and they're getting you frustrated or getting you in your head. All right. So that could be an energy, but look at the challenge and the opportunities that somebody here is just kind of spending time to themselves. It doesn't look like they're up to any mischief, but it feels like you may not trust, or you're not trusting the situation, and you could actually panic, right? But also on the flip side of that, maybe some of you are really wanting some alone time, and you may be feeling like other people just are not respecting your boundaries. So any good stuff coming in, and I'm seeing the Four of Swords. So I'm seeing this could be a rest for my Cancers. Maybe you need a couple days break. Maybe this is saying shut the phone off. All right. I know that's not the most fun thing to hear, but I'm getting shut the phone off, ignore the outside world, and don't answer to work. All right. And if somebody is being confusing, if a love situation, they seem to be a little distant, it's not showing any mischief. It's just showing somebody maybe just wanting to spend some quality time with themselves. All right. Any advice for you besides take a rest is, don't take on other people's problems. Eight of Swords. A lot of people could be, coming to you with this sense of urgency that is just causing a lot of unnecessary anxiety. You look like you need a vacation or a rest. All right. Leo, and it is Leo's birthday. Season. Oh, this is driving me crazy, guys. I'm sorry. I try to be so efficient, and it just gets so annoying. All right. Hello, Tracy. Thank you. Today is the start of Leo season, and I am making a chili. I am making the best chili ever to kick it off. All right, Leo, happy birthday. The next 48 hours. Let's see if you got some goodies coming in. This is your season, so this is your time to shine. A reset for the year. Brushing your hair. You've had all last month to get ready. And I see the 9 of Wands. It's your birthday. You can cry if you want to. I'm getting a lot of overworking. We're midweek, right? It's the next 48 hours. All right. And I'm seeing the Empress card and the 9 of Wands. All right. Somebody should be taking on some work. All right. This is going to be, this is going to be a good season, a good start for you guys. But I just feel like when it comes to relationships, it's going to be really about the work. If it's too much or too little, or it's like constant setback and just disappointment, especially if you both are busy. Let's see the next 48 hours. I see the 5 of Swords. There could be some conflict when it comes to miscommunication, misinterpretation, feeling stressed. What I feel like is you may be overworked and you're being asked to put your crown on right now, especially on my channel. I'm telling you, put your crown on. This is your season. Let people do for you. And if somebody's confusing you or causing conflict, all right, let them go do it in their, go shut the door and go cry in your pillow. Leave me alone. All right. I have no time for this. What's your biggest challenge, though, is the Page of Cups. You're very focused on the way you feel. You really feel about somebody, or you want somebody to open up and tell them how they feel about you. All right, there could be a crush and you're curious. What are they thinking? What are they up to? It's my birthday. I want my gift, and it just feels like somebody's not being completely open or vulnerable when it comes to their feelings. All right, so let's see them, see how they're showing up. And I see the 4 Cups, and it's like you've got somebody here who has feelings for you, and it's like, what do we do? Well, it's sort of keeping it casual or, on their time at times, but you have somebody around you or people showing up with the 4 Cups, not in the best place right now. And so maybe that's why they're not communicating their feelings to you, which can confuse you. But I'm also seeing that maybe some of you are exhausted too, and that this could frustrate you over the next couple of days. Right, the good coming from it, as I'm seeing the 2 of Wands. It's not over. It's just a little glitch in the road. All right. So the next couple days could be very challenging between you and the people that you're connected to. And you may misinterpret it as them not being interested at all. And maybe they're not. Right. But I'm also seeing 2 of Wands here, where it's showing me that it's kind of this stage where it's too early to tell. And maybe you've got a lot of anticipation. Now, maybe somebody is questioning whether or not they want to get together just yet, right? Or they're ready. Maybe they have too much going on. The 9 of Wands can be somebody who's fatigued, exhausted, right? And so it doesn't mean that you're not going to make plans, but you may need to give it a couple more days and not let it take up space in your head. All right. And so any advice for you? I'm seeing the Knight of Swords. You got to slow your mind down over the next couple days. All right. Mercury is going direct right now. So it's still going to feel a little glitchy. Yeah, glitch in the matrix. It's still going to feel a little glitchy, but I would say it's more the energy than really what's going on, and things will clear up. But you try not to focus too much on trying to fix something right away. All right. Let the dust settle. All right, happy birthday, Leo. Leo's like, gee, thanks. Hey, it's not as bad as you think. It's just the next couple of days we're looking at the end, All right. You are welcome. Hello, Dory and Sonar. All right, Virgo. Thank you, Famkin, for the gems, a silver star. I appreciate you. I'm still getting used to those. All right, Virgo. Timestamp. All right, Virgo, next 48 hours. Five of Wands. Watch out for others, you know, just irritating you, causing some complications or putting too much pressure on you. You know, you got to get stuff done. The Five of Wands is a good energy to get stuff done, right? It's, but people, and I noticed this even when I was driving this morning, it was like, I wanted to immediately say people can't make decisions and they're not driving the best. But then I was like, neither am I, you know, and I had to call myself out. It was just like, pay attention to traffic right now. It kind of shows you what's really kind of going on in the energy too. And so other people maybe, you know, coming to you with their problems, or, you know, you're just feeling like there's just some conflict, something in the air. But also, this is a good time to challenge yourself and challenge people to step up, right? You may be having conversations that could be very challenging, and, you know, getting somebody to initiate or having this conflict, not avoiding conflict, to see change in your life. Now, I'm seeing the Ace of Cups here. All right, so there is feelings. There's an opening here, somebody here with feelings for you. All right, and now maybe there's just the early challenges that you're dealing with. Let's be practical. It's kind of, you know, a lot going on here. You know, it might be too soon to tell. You know, it's like slow down, let go of control when it comes. You don't have to fight so hard for it. It seems like there's love here. We can ease up. If it's going to grow, it will grow. Any challenges, you could even have new love coming in the next 48 hours, you know, talking to somebody. You know, the challenge for you is going to be judging a situation. You know, if the Five of Wands is running the show and impulsivity, or you're moving too fast, or you're acting too fast, or you're getting triggered, or just a lot of pressure on you. Some of you just working a lot and very, you know, very competitive, ready to go. If people aren't keeping up with your pace, you might get frustrated. You could say something that you're like, oops, I wish I didn't say that. So, and you also may be judging a situation because you can get in your head. Love's just starting. Somebody's got feelings for you, and you could be totally judging based off of your inner critique, which is usually looking for the flaws in a situation, you know, and it looks like this could be something really good, really new. So make sure you're focusing on the truth and not getting ahead of yourself. How other people are showing up, I see the Knight of Cups. Somebody's in love or falling in love. Definitely there is purpose to this connection or this conversation that you could be having. Somebody's feelings are definitely opening and developing for you. Depending on where you're at in the stage, it looks like, even if it's a reconciliation for some of you, it's like, don't judge it too soon, right? Let it unfold. Any other good stuff? I see the Sun card. You could have a date coming in. You could be making plans to go out together, go on a vacation, or just go for a walk somewhere. But I do see I'm going to throw this out there. Some of you could have some luck when it comes to a blessing with money, a blessing with romance, and friendship too. So somebody is in love. You have awesome energy here. Try not to judge it too quickly or find excuses why it's got to be wrong or something's got to be off. All right. And that's kind of your advice too. And I am seeing slow down too. Some of my Virgos could have drank a couple extra monsters and just kind of on point and just wanting to go, 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 and you are being asked to slow your roll. All right, I have Leo energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You even have Sag and Aries here for you as well too. Neither am I, and I have it. You know, I'm not either. It is the truth. You know, it's one of the qualities. But Virgos are perfectionists, though. If you're going to get something done, but sometimes it's just, there used to be a time in art where I used to whittle and I used to carve, even in high school, and do block prints, like back in the day. And I remember that I would get into the details too quickly rather than looking at the whole picture. And I would end up, putting so much detail into one section, and I made too much work for myself that it just didn't look good. It's like zoom out and look at the bigger picture. And it used to drive me crazy. And then sometimes I would end up and I'd have to throw it away because I would work at it too much. To me, that can be a Virgo trait as well. Cleaning something so much that there's no surface left. All right, 36. All right, Libra, next 48 hours. I just saw the Chariot. So where are you going? Not letting life get to you. See ya. Stay focused. I have the 6 of Wands here, overall energy. So maybe some of you finally feeling like you're getting somewhere. You're getting noticed, being seen, getting that recognition that you've been wanting. Somebody giving you the attention that you've been wanting, or you're getting attention. It's like, just show up, keep showing up, because somebody's got their eye on you, whether it's your boss, whether it's a person of interest. And this is also just, the next couple of days, just kind of focusing on, meeting those little mini goals, right? Mini goals, not the big, not, the little battles, not the war yet. All right, the Justice card, Libra. All right, so I am seeing a payout. There could be some success when it comes to money and some of the things that you have that you're committed to, right? And I'm also seeing, actions and consequences. So something you've been working really hard on is going to pay out, especially if you've been putting the work in with the 6 of Wands. This can be a status change too. Some of you may be thinking about commitment, and or somebody that you're connected to may be thinking about commitment. Now, if some of you are dealing with, injustice, this is where you may get some truth in the next 48 hours about a situation, someone's intention, the integrity behind something, holding somebody accountable for their actions. And I see you winning the case. All right. This is a big win for you. Right. This is where you stay true to your integrity. Not everything is always fair, but it looks like the scales will be balanced and the truth does reveal itself in one way or another. Now, the biggest challenge for you is the 3 of Wands, observing everything, watching and waiting, watching and waiting, and it's like you got your eyes so zoned in on what's coming in, and, it's like it's consuming you maybe, and it could even be holding you back. So if you're letting somebody's, if you already know and, you feel, convicted in something and feel justified, but needing justification should not hold you back. All right. Somebody else is winning if they're holding you back. If somebody is doing something, you know, they're not going to see the consequences if they see that they are keeping you stuck or keeping you needing them for some reason. They are actually getting something from that. So the more you kind of open up and just, you know, instead of zoning in and focusing and waiting for this to happen, the more you're carefree and you just keep moving forward, the more likely the other person is going to feel, you know, the need to justify themselves, especially if they feel like you're moving on or you move on too quickly from it. All right, how others are showing up. I see the King of Swords. It looks like something's weighing on somebody. You know, they've been weighing things out. Maybe some guilt has been weighing on. But the King of Swords is either going to be a complete fat liar or they're going to be so honest that you don't know what to do with it. That's the shadow and the positive of the King of Swords, right? It doesn't mean it has to be so heavy, and not every King of Swords is a complete liar, okay? But they will show their truth. They will show themselves to you. So if they are bullshitting, it's going to be hard for you not to see, right? You're going to know with a King of Swords. So I do see an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, air sign, and I do see justice coming in for you. Anything else good coming in? I see the Page of Wands. All right, so it does look like some flirting going on, something romantic happening, and maybe even a new person entering your life. You could be interested in somebody or find out that someone is interested in you. But overall, I am seeing here, it looks like a pretty productive couple days for you. All right. Now, any advice? I see the Page of Swords. Do not overthink this or sit on your phone and watch that friggin' phone, you know, and overanalyze everything, because you will see you'll talk yourself out of something. You'll talk yourself into a story that's not even true and wasting your energy on a situation that will clear itself up on its own. All right. I love you guys. Strong air energy, and you have fire energy coming in for you too. So there could be you could be doing something that you didn't see coming. All right. Scorpio. Hello, D-Love. Hello, Nature. What's up? And Tracy. All right. Where's my devils? Where's my Scorpios? Next 48 hours for Scorpio. All right. Next 48 hours for Scorpio. The Star card. I like it. All right. And the Six of Pentacles. So maybe something you didn't even think could be possible is going to happen. I like it. I'm going to give it to you. You know, Six of Pentacles is, you know, money, a gift, resources, you know, renegotiating, rebudgeting, refiguring things out, you know, finally seeing a clear path, you know, something else that maybe you didn't see before is opening up for you. So the sky, some wish may be coming true for you. And, you know, the Six of Pentacles is where you've been given selflessly. Where have you been given selflessly? And, you know, sometimes, you know, you just don't expect it. That's what it feels like. Sometimes you gave to somebody or you were there for somebody and somebody's thinking about how much you meant to them, you know, and this could even be both of you kind of thinking about, you know, when times were good. All right. So it's just a really awesome energy of surprises, which feels like this is the best kind of surprises, is when you do something without expecting to receive something, and then when it's your turn, it comes back in tenfold. So take it. Aquarius energy right there for you. Could be having Aquarius thinking about you. And look at this, the King of Swords right out the gate here. So there could be a person showing up in your life in the next 48 hours. And it feels really good. It's talking about making plans here for the future. So do we travel to see each other? Do we connect? You know, what are we doing? Maybe we're just discussing the bigger picture. Scorpio, you could be talking about long-term plans with somebody, you know, you didn't see coming. Maybe there's some money coming in for you, and now you're looking, this could be a settlement coming in for you, something, a payout, a debt being paid off, so forth, right? But it can also be renegotiating your terms of your relationship with somebody opening and being honest, somebody who's been thinking about where they want the relationship to go. Your biggest challenge is the Moon card. All right, fear, anxiety over not knowing how everything's going to happen for you. You know, your suspicion, you know, not trusting the Star card, not trusting that, you know, just go with it, right? You know, not everything is going to be 100% clear for you, but it looks like you have a lot changing, maybe even in your environment in the next couple days. You know, something manifesting for you, maybe by the full moon next week, right? So, you know, I do see here that your biggest challenge, though, is going to be letting your fears and not having control over how everything plays out, or you're living too much in the future and you're not seeing what's going on right now, right? So how other people are showing up for you, and I'm seeing the Four of Cups. You know, maybe you're feeling like people around you are not giving you enough time, energy, or attention. Maybe they don't see how you really feel, right? Maybe you feel like somebody is pulling their energy away from you. You know, you could be dealing with somebody who's dealing with some unhappiness that's going on in their life as well too, and they have feelings, but maybe they don't know what to do with them just yet. And this could be where the Moon card, you could get in your head and have anxiety over a relationship. Don't do anything quickly, because the Moon card says there's more to the story. And if you jump to conclusions, you may assume somebody's not interested because you're more fearful of rejection than you are about trusting in the just trusting in the situation. It's like, I would rather end it than get hurt. All right. So your suspicion could get to you in the next 48 hours. All right. I do see an issue when it comes to money being resolved for you. That's the good stuff coming in. Something about your security. You are being tested to let go of control a little bit over the next couple days. Something is going to work out when it comes to, if you've just been dealt with a situation and it feels like you don't know what to do with it, right? You have the Six of Pentacles, which is help on the way. Your advice, the Lover's card. Let love rule. All right. Let love rule. Scorpio does always get suspicion because we are very suspicious. Very. It's like, you know, you want to trust right out the gate, but it's just the sign. It's the zodiac sign. It just carries it. It's a natural suspicion with everybody because not everybody's honest, and people don't even know that they're not being honest. It can suck when you can see it sometimes. If you're hyper vigilant, you can definitely see it. The Lover's card is your advice, though, and I am getting let love in. All right, something's working out for you here when it comes to a connection. Okay. So you have Gemini energy and you have strong air energy showing up for you. And you do have Cancer, Pisces energy as well, if some of you are connected to a water sign. All right, Sagittarius. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, Sagittarius, next 48 hours. You are looking good. This is you. This is you feeling spunky and feisty and spontaneous, right? So maybe my Sages might be all over the place, kind of doing things wherever, whatever feels good at the moment. You know, seeking some adventure, feeling very passionate, feeling like yourself, feeling good, connecting with somebody, maybe a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You know, and the Two of Swords. So you could be, you know, confused. You might have choices. You know, you're being pulled in two different directions. Maybe go with the one that makes you, that fires you up. Maybe this is what you're being, what you need right now is some fun, is some adventure. So if somebody's causing confusion, you know, go the other way, right? It might only be temporary. You know, you can't force a decision with somebody, but if somebody sees you having a blast, it's definitely going to heat them up. Your biggest challenge is the Four of Pentacles, is letting go of control of the situation, you know, trying to holding on, trying to convince somebody to make a decision, trying to get, you know, the more you hold on, maybe they will see that you're there, that you want it. You got to let go and you got to let time. They got to make the choice themselves. Okay. So let's see what's going on with them. And I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. So they could be just kind of going around and around over what's going on and what they really want. And they feel some pull to you. Somebody's got some pull to you. You feel it. So if you definitely feel it, let go of it. You know, if you feel like this is a destined connection, like you belong together, you know, like something's going to come of it, you know, you both are feeling the pull and they will be back around. It's just you are being asked to, the part that they are drawn to you about the most is this side of you, the sad side, the fun side, the lighthearted side. All right, anything else good coming in? I see the Eight of Wands. All right, so you do see within the 2 days here that you could be doing something very spontaneous, being invited somewhere, having a lot of things go on. It might feel like just get your mind off things for a minute is what I'm getting for you, because it's going to turn around faster than you think. But right now, somebody here is just kind of sitting on the fence and you don't have to plead your case anymore. It looks like there'll be, you know, things will be rolling forward as we're going towards the end of the week. You know, you have communication coming in. So what to do with this, you know, and I'm seeing your advice as the Star card for you as well, too. You know, you just gotta, you know, have some faith. I mean, seriously, have some faith. And, you know, this is somebody here that maybe you just are in love. Maybe you want this and you want it to happen now. But here's your favorite word. It feels like if this is, look at the destiny, North Node here kind of energy with the Wheel of Fortune. If this is destined, it's not going to leave, right? So what is coming up for you, the fears and the anxiousness, that is where the work is. That's where's that coming from? What's that for? Why is that happening? And it's like, go have a good time. I love you guys. You have Aquarius coming in for you. Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio energy. All right, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, the next 48 hours. Three of Swords, Seven of Cups. All right, you may be making a decision to cut something out. Something that, you know, you've made you're making some sort of decision because, yes, you have options. You have somebody kind of there, but it just doesn't feel like it's truly fulfilling you here. And this could be just with life in general. Like, you might be questioning some of your choices. Is this too good to be true? You know, am I wishfully thinking? Should I let go of this? You know, and is this going to disappoint me? I do feel like, look at the anxiety. A lot of you questioning some situations here. All right. And I have a 6 of Swords, so you should clear this up in the next 48 hours. But your fear, your challenge is the devil. Somebody's really got you in your head the next couple of days. It may be more difficult. You may be making it more difficult than it has to be because the challenge is the Capricorn, is your energy, is your fears, and obsessing over a situation. You know, so I do feel like this will pass, whatever this is. But some fear here and attachment to a situation. And it feels like separation anxiety. It's like something coming up, like whenever somebody leaves you guessing, or you're uncertain about a situation, or you're uncomfortable about a situation. It's going to be really hard for you to just let something be. All right, how are others showing up? I see the 7 of Wands. So it does seem like there could be, you know, some intense energy, somebody saying something to you. There could be a block, or there has been a block, or somebody's not ready to say something to you. You know, and I am seeing defensiveness. So somebody else could be defensive, and you know, it could be triggering you. But they could be taking on more than they can handle right now, and it could be triggering you. So it feels like there could be a block, or somebody's pushing you away, and you're feeling like you're not being chosen, or you're an option. So this could be an avoidable tense moment if we just kind of let it play out and don't get wrapped into it, don't get pulled into it. All right. Now, anything good? I'm seeing the Magician card. Things will work itself out. It depends on how you confront this. This is all about your reaction. I'm seeing communication come in, and you have more influence over the situation than you think. But I am seeing that there is some fear or intensity that could steal the show. There could be conflict, or there could be avoiding conflict in the next 48 hours. Release an attachment, and it's the fear and anxiety, the attachment, anxious attachment, you know, when it comes to separation anxiety, somebody not being around. Your advice is to spend some time with people that you love and hang out with friends, good times, lighten up a bit. I am getting lighten up, and, you know, this is just getting out and having a good time and getting something off your mind. You may be letting something weigh on you way more than it needs to right now. You know, and this can be drunk texting and saying something and being very defensive or on guard. So be mindful if that's something that could happen. And your mind could be playing tricks on you, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. I'm going to shuffle it pretty good, because give me a few seconds. Hello, Leo babe. Happy birthday season. August 14th. Nice. Ooh. The Star card wanted to fall out for you too. So the North Node is going in your sign. So, and the Star card's coming out a lot today. So maybe you guys, this North Node is really going to be something. That's not till next week though. I'm always a week ahead. I gotta be mindful of that. All right. So, King of Pentacles. There could be a King of Pentacles showing up in your energy of the next 48 hours, right? Something good when it comes to money, luxury, spending a little bit of good money on some good stuff, purchasing stuff, maybe leveling up at work, maybe just working a lot and feeling good. I love this energy. I love the King of Pentacles, right? So, and this could be the influence of somebody in your life that's got it going on and they are coming in, right? Building something. So let's see. I have the Page of Swords, right? So you could get an invitation or just a conversation with somebody who's got their eye on you, all right? Taking it serious too, right? I like what I like and I get what I want type of energy. Your biggest challenge, the High Priestess, right? It could be either one, you don't know this person. It could be a new person. So let's call that in. This could be somebody meant to be on your path right now. This could be when it initiates. And also the biggest challenge for you is not trusting your instincts and also not trusting somebody or trusting a situation. You could get in your head and not hear or hear what somebody's saying to you, right? And so just be mindful of trusting, a situation or not trusting a situation before it gets a chance to get off the ground. Communication is big, and you may be trying to read into everything. And this is also a very suspicious energy. So you may be feeling, a little bit suspicious about somebody, or if somebody is slow to respond to you, or, it's like, why is the text, not as consistent just yet? That could get you to start to deceive yourself and think something's wrong and read into it. All right. So how are others showing up for you? I see the King of Wands. Look at that's Leo energy. Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn showing up for you. But you have people showing up in a very awesome energy, open-hearted, attraction. I'm feeling a pull towards you, not afraid to tell you what they want. And this is, very courageous energy. So I'm seeing other people initiate towards you in the next 48 hours. You could have a couple people talking to you. Any other good stuff coming in? I have the Queen of Pentacles. You also may have you have several people around you may be dealing with the next 48 hours, but this could be the beginning to a relationship, or some of you could be in a relationship, but there's somebody else entering your life. Hey, no judgment, right? There could be a secret admirer. But there's also just, I am seeing here improvements to your health and improvements to your money and a situation with maybe a girlfriend or a friend or a sibling. Any advice for you? The Hierophant. All right. Pay attention to any new teachers coming into your life. And, this is also, stepping up, leveling up. You're starting a whole new level. This is a new doorway for you. All right. And I'm getting also learn your lesson too. Very spiritual energy with the High Priestess and the both High Priest and High Priestess here. So there could be a connection that you feel very spiritually in tune with that is showing up for you in the next 48 hours. So I know some of you probably, the Star card I saw, this is somebody that you've been really desiring to connect with. All right, Aquarius. Nice. You got a lot of people. Maybe somebody entering your life that's going to introduce you to somebody. All right, Pisces. All right. You are welcome. We're going to have a lot of energy with Leo and Aquarius this next 18 months. Pisces and Virgo are going to be getting a break. All right, Pisces, next 48 hours. All right, looking good. Take it. Lean back and let people love on you. All right, a lot of nurturing energy, home, parenting, mother, maybe something with your mom, maybe being a mom, finding out your prego, if that's the case. If not, no worries. But I am seeing something manifest for you in the next couple of days that could really make you feel happy and loved and chosen. Love the chosen word. You got Libra and Taurus for you. And I'm seeing the Magician card. So you're highly focused on something, someone, and you could be manifesting in this, whatever it is you're working on. That's perfect energy for that. You know, you're making it work. You've got the intent, staying focused. Your biggest challenge here is the Page of Cups, right? Maybe falling for somebody too quickly or wanting somebody to open up too quickly than they're ready to. And so stay focused. If somebody is still not opening up completely in the next couple of days, it does not mean that this person does not have feelings for you. But this could be premature for you. You know, you are Pisces. That's a Pisces energy. It's like, you know, I want something. I'm very focused. I want to manifest this in. And, you know, I am seeing here that you could really be just falling in love or just wanting something too quickly. And I'm also seeing mother and child here show up. So there could be something good happening when it comes to making something happen with a child. How are other people showing up? I see the Chariot card. So you've got people coming in all around you pretty quickly, or somebody traveling to you, somebody returning into your energy as well. You know, and it seems like things are going to really move fast for you anyways. But I would just say be mindful of falling too quickly and things moving too fast is what I'm getting. All right, because this can be glorious energy and it can be like, you know, sometimes things just move fast and they're good. But I am seeing here, maybe you should just slow down a little bit. Slow down. Mama says slow down. All right. And I'm seeing anything else good is I'm seeing the Strength card. Like you're building something here and feeling pretty confident. So if anything, confidence is coming in the next 48 hours, confidence in a relationship and feeling pretty good about the direction that something is moving. Now you could be, new love could be coming in. You could be talking to somebody. But again, you may be just trying to move along, fall too quickly and get all in fantasy land too quickly, right? I know that energy too well. Your advice, get out of your head. 8 of Swords. All right, don't let fear take over. Don't let anxiety take over. It looks like you got something good. Somebody really here wanting to, you know, see where this relationship goes or see where this situation goes. Now, the other thing, if this isn't around a relationship and you're just manifesting something else in your life, I am seeing here that you're stay focused because things are going to really pick up for you when it comes to your life in general. So hang on tight. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out and supporting the channel. You guys are always awesome. The more you're here in the live, the better, the merrier. And I will see you guys in membership tomorrow, and I'll see you guys Friday with their feelings for the weekend and super chats. Take care, everybody. You guys are awesome. Bye.